Hello guys, so this is Kapil Gupta and today let's talk something about geopolitics. So this situation of US and Iran will lead to the third world war, and how I will know it, because Iran, the territory is like mountains. Their soldiers are in mountains. So there is a front which is against Iran. They continue to protest. So, what US forces will be going to do? They will establish their check post in these regions which are against, like Baloch and Kurd forces. So, which in that region, US forces will establish the check post, so that by the end of terrain, you can say the territorial forces can directly enter to Tehran. And if you block the food, electricity, water facilities in Tehran, then there are almost that population will suffer, and further control will be in the hands of US forces. Further, in the Strait of Hormuz also, the marine forces of US naval can take control, and they can take charge of that also. Another part is there is a route in China, Taiwan. There is route of Malacca, so that US will try to take over, because China 90% dependency on energy is from Middle East and also from Taiwan. So there also US forces will try to take control. Now Japan will also see that if China and Taiwan come together, so that it will not be very beneficial for Japan. And you can say East Asian countries will also have some conflict of interest. So there is also some geopolitical tensions arising there. Now US have acquired Venezuela, so further they will acquire this hemisphere of Nicaragua, Honduras, then Mexico, Cuba, Colombia. That hemisphere, if they lock in, so they will have advantage over petroleum, rare earth minerals. Directly they cannot attack China because of the rare earth minerals they have. For everything raw material they have industries also. Now for China, there is there is a thing that they can come together as an intermediary, but Russia can directly provide support to Iran. So that will be the scenario, because Russia can provide supply from one hemisphere to Tehran of food and essential services, so that you know the territorial soldiers also of Russia, it is they are very strong. So if they provide support to Iran, Tehran, the war will escalate, and there will be less chances of stopping the war. So in that case, the war will be escalating more and more. And as you know, the US, if they control energy part all over the world, like petroleum in Venezuela and all these countries, rare earth metals, minerals, so the dependency on US will continue to exist, and this is their way forward to take control over all over the world, and US dollar will be the dominant currency. So this is my point of view, that soon there'll be coming third world war. In this situation, one countries are attacking on another, and Israel will be, you can say, the great Israel by controlling all over Middle East. So as you know, Middle East does not have much more power. Immediately after, the US forces will go back to US. In that case, Israel will take control of that post all over the countries of Middle East, and by this way, they will control all Middle East. They have Mossad, they have the forces also. So by that they can take the control, and US will take the control of essential points all over the world. Checkpoints like for making the port, or making your marine forces involved in those checkpoints, so that uh, it will have control over its critical key points. Because US, it also cannot directly attack to China because of this, these AI machines, AI factories. the, they require, certain chips, certain minerals, certain metals, which are only available with China in bulk. So directly they cannot attack. So this will be the situation of future geopolitics, and this is the scenario. Thanks a lot.